Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. Now, I know that it's happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu, but let me just put the little brand up here just to remind you that we're here with Robin Shimizu and friends talking about healthy, happy habits. And Robin is in the studio. We're always excited when you're here, Robin. Woo! And your guest is in the green room, and
Oh,
we are
yay.
excited to be here. So we're going to get this party started. I'm going to put you in the place of authority. And what do you have for us today, Robin?
Okay, so the months of June, July, and August in Sacramento are going to probably be record breaking in terms of the heat index. We've had more 100-degree days in July than we ever have on record so far. And July's not even over with yet. So I got to thinking, I love sparkling water. I prefer drinking sparkling water because still water to me is just hard. It's still harder for me to drink. And you know how water sometimes some people can drink it no problem. Like you, Terralina, you drink your still water just fine. You probably prefer still water.
I do.
I don't know. Me, I prefer sparkling water with a little lemon in there or something to spruce it up. And I got to thinking, okay, is sparkling water good for you? As good as still water? Because the best thing to drink really is still water. It still is. And so I looked up, there's a short little article by Cleveland Clinic. And there was a registered dietitian, and she put out an article and says, is sparkling water good for you? So it's like, okay, I'm going to go over that. And there's actually 5 different kinds of sparkling water. There's seltzer water, which is artificially carbonated, and seltzer water is really just plain water. There's mineral water, which actually is sourced and not artificially carbonated, and that has natural minerals like magnesium and calcium in it. There's club soda, which is also artificially carbonated, and sometimes they add minerals to that. And then there's I guess there's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's tonic water, which is also artificially carbonated, but it can contain sugar. So she's suggesting that we always look for sugar-free seltzers or mineral waters and drink it to your heart's delight, but don't drink tonic water. So be careful not to
the sugar.
Because of the sugar and sometimes artificial sweeteners and things like that. So the benefits, the very first benefit, of course, is it keeps you hydrated. The water keeps you hydrated, and it makes you feel full. And it can also help relieve constipation. And it can ease the transition from sugary drinks to less sugary drinks. So, if you're going to try to give up sodas and juices and things like that, try drinking sparkling water. But there are some side effects that need to be cognizant of, which if you've got stomach issues, sometimes people that are have issues with their stomach and they have bloating or burping or gas or even stomach pain, then you stay away from sparkling water. So you just kind of have to figure out, what's best for yourself. But there's and there's one little thing too, that there's no real evidence about this, but it could cause teeth problems. The carbonation in the water could also contain minerals that through the natural carbonation that could eat away at your tooth enamel.
Wow.
So that's also another consideration for people. But they say if you just keep your sparkling water simple, water and carbonation only with maybe some, fruit juice or whatever, that's okay. So there you go. We can all drink sparkling water and feel good about it. So I was very happy to find that article.
I am too, because my brother drinks a lot of sparkling water, flavored water, if you will.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's keeping himself hydrated. And so today I'm going to, without ado, I'd like to introduce our guest.
Okay.
I want to read her bio. Gives her, it's long, but it's important. So I'm going to take a few minutes and read it.
Mm-hmm.
We are blessed today to have Lynnis Woods-Mullins with us. She's a certified holistic living and wellness expert, author, podcast host, and the founder of PraiseWorks Health and Wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Her company is dedicated to educating women over 40 on wellness. With over 16 years of experience, Lynnis has empowered women through coaching programs, ebooks, webinars, podcasts, and special events. She's created a vibrant Facebook group of over 24,000 women, a subscription program, and empowering events. Lynnis is co-author of Power Up Superwoman and publisher of Wellness Women 40 and Beyond e-magazine. Her podcast, Vibe Living Podcast, is in the top 10% of Apple Podcasts, and she has a social media following of over 100,000 influencers. She's an influencer and a social media strategist. Lynnis' certifications in nutrition, life coaching, gut health, aromatherapy, yoga, and Pilates, with international and national recognition for her contributions to women wellness over 40.
Wow.
And I'd like to say one of her biggest jobs is she's married. She has 4 beautiful grown daughters and 6 beautiful grandchildren, which I love ending with that, because I just think it's that world that she has created for herself is amazing. So with that, let's bring on Lynnis. We're so excited to have her here with us today.
Hello.
Good morning.
I just got back from a run, and I just rolled this on. I may have to take. I said I don't want to appear. I have to take this off. I'm hot.
Take it off.
Yeah. And the air conditioner isn't on yet, so excuse my shoulders, but
you went for a run already this morning.
Oh yeah. Every morning. I try to get out by no later than 5:30 because I have appointments that start at 7. So I get up at 4:30, do my thing, then go out for I used to walk. Now I'm run walk, because you have to be careful about raising your heart rate, because that also raises cortisol levels. And when you're older, like me, you want to be careful of the cortisol thing. But yeah, I run just about every day. I try to do at least 6 days a week. That's my goal. And I try to do 2 to 4 miles, depending on what my schedule is. The only thing about it is that sometimes my schedule is tight, and I can't do it. But doing some is better than none, So, and thank you for reading my bio. And I hear that there may be another announcement of adding to the 6. There may be number 7 coming. So we're going to get some confirmation on that later. So.
Congratulations.
Hey, I don't have to raise them. I'm like, oh, really? But, they're all in their 30s and, baby making time. So
there you go.
More power to them.
Baby making time. Isn't that beautiful?
For them, yes. I remember, it's a trigger for me. I remember when I got pregnant, my last one, my 4th one, it was not planned, and I went through so much. We think, okay, it's going to be a boy. It's going to be a boy. And well, as we all know, it wasn't a boy, but she's turned out to be one of the biggest blessings. So children are always blessings. I was thinking today that I was trying to think about what have I talked about and what have I not talked about. And sometimes it's not so much about bringing up new topics, but maybe sharing a little bit more information about it and kind of expanding on some of the things that we've talked about. And I know we've talked a lot about holistic practices and the different kinds of things that holistic practices address. But in particular, I want to talk about holistic practices and how they might help us with our emotional healing and raising our vibration or our frequency. So I want to talk about 3 practices that I know a little bit about. One I'm getting a certification in, and the other one I'm going to be actually doing a webinar about. And before I leave, I do want to share with you what's going on the membership site and the webinars that are coming up in August. But the first thing is I want to talk to you about is sound therapy. And sound therapy has been around for a long time. It's not anything new, but I believe it's becoming more popular because people are looking for alternative ways to try to raise their vibration, to feel happier, to release their stress, to not feel depressed, and to promote relaxation. And sound healing does all of that. And there's instruments that they use. And I had someone at my last event, which was last May, who did the bowls, the sound bowls, and they're just beautiful. There's different instruments that you can use. Singing bowls is one of them, and those are usually made of bronze, and they kind of emit kind of a soothing sound. And when it's struck or when it's rubbed with a mallet, and each of these singing bowls produces a frequency that resonates with certain energy centers or chakras in our body. There's also tuning forks. I'm sure we've heard of tuning forks when it comes to the idea of tuning, your piano or instruments or things like that. And it's the same kind of thing. They're precision tuned metal forks that produce a really pure tone when struck. And they are applied to specific points of the body and held near the ears to help facilitate, healing and balance. And people who sometimes have balance issues, they're staticists within the ear that keeps you balanced might be off a little bit, and tuning forks can sometimes help with that. Drums and gongs, they have that deep reverberating tones, with kettle drums and things like that. And believe it or not, that can help induce almost like a trance-like state if done properly, and it releases tension and helps to promote really deep relaxation. Another thing which I absolutely love is flutes and wind instruments. And these instruments produce that like gentle flowing sound that calms the mind. It helps to regulate the breathing, and it helps to facilitate meditation. It kind of calms you down and slows you down. I like to have wind chimes right here in my window, and I just realized, where's my wind chime? I took it down to hang my curtains. I never put it back up. So I'm gonna put my wind chime back up because it is soothing and calming and very, very calming. Now, the benefits, as I mentioned, of using this particular modality of sound is, of course, stress reduction, because it helps to alleviate the stress and anxiety, and it helps to promote relaxation, and it releases the tension that you hold in your body. Also, emotional healing, because it gives us a release. It allows individuals sometimes to process things from the past, especially if you're working with the practitioner in releasing certain things. So, you're going to do the sound or the tuning fork or whatever with a particular purpose with the help of a therapist or maybe a coach or some other kind of practitioner who uses these tools to help you with past trauma and emotional blocks, and also can help promote physical healing, believe it or not. It can improve circulation, which is important when it comes to any kind of healing. You have to have the blood circulating to the parts of the body that need to be healed. It definitely can reduce inflammation, and it definitely helps to enhance the immune function, which is really important. And of course, there's always that spiritual connection. A lot of practitioners and recipients of sound healing talk about an enhanced spiritual awareness, a deepened meditation experience, and connection with a higher state of consciousness. So that's sound. Did you all have any questions about that before I go on to the next one?
You know what? I'm glad you're explaining this because I had no idea how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes it a little less intimidating to
Yes.
open up to it. And
Yes.
the fact that it can improve circulation and
Yes.
take care of some of these other common things like inflammation.
Yes.
I,
Yes, it
my
can.
heart is open.
Yes, it can. It could even help facilitate sleep, which for many people, especially as you age, sleep is an issue. Like last night, for some reason, I just couldn't get to sleep. And sometimes that happens, especially as we get older. So having these modalities can sometimes be helpful. And, many times you can do individual sessions or group sessions. Sometimes, as I mentioned, it's integrated with other therapies like acupuncture or yoga or other kinds of, meditation or just regular talk therapy. So it can be very, very powerful modality. that harnesses the natural vibrations of sound, to promote relaxation, emotional well-being, releasing stress, and physical healing. So the other one is forest bathing, which I absolutely love. It comes from Japan, and it's a therapeutic practice that involves immersing yourself in nature to experience the healing benefits of the forest environment. It got really popular in the 1980s in Japan, and it has gained popularity over the time. And there really isn't any woo-woo about it. It is a real fact. I know that I have a lot of trees on my property, and just looking at them helps me to feel better and relax. And it's the presence of nature really helps people to engage in all their senses and to connect deeply with their natural surroundings. Another thing about forest bathing is that it helps you with your mindful awareness and exploration. A lot of practitioners like to engage in like slow, deliberate movements and activities such as walking or sitting or sometimes tai chi, observing the natural elements like trees and plants and really connecting. It allows you to be more mindful and to get a deeper connection with nature and with yourself. And there's something else. It's an absorption of the it's PhytonCides, phytoncides. This is a chemical. It's an aromatic compound that trees and plants release, and it helps to boost the immune function. It reduces the stress levels. You will experience this feeling when you go to a park. Let's say that you're on your way home after a busy day and you just decide to maybe drive through the park. You immediately will begin to relax. In fact, I suggest that everybody, if you can drive through a park before you get home after a busy day, the reception that you give your loved ones when you walk through the door will be very different. But if you can go to the park, get out of the car and walk through the park, this particular compound begins to give you therapeutic effects, especially if you breathe deeply, do some breathing exercises, you'll begin to calm down. Another thing that's very helpful with forest bathing is that in order to really fully experience it, you've got to totally reduce your technological use. So when you're going on the walk in the park or you're going into the forest and you're practicing forest bathing, you got to leave your phones away. You got to, because electronic devices are distractions and they interrupt the immersion of the natural environment. The benefits of forest bathing, oh my gosh, so many. Improved mood and mental health, stress reduction, definitely boost your immune system. I can't tell you enough about how important it is to get outside with nature, and it can enhance your cognitive function. One of the reasons why I like to get up so early in the morning and go running is because there's a lot of trees, a lot of nature. I have wild turkeys and squirrels, and sometimes I see a raccoon, or every once in a while a deer, peacocks, all around this neighborhood. And there's this mutual kind of symbiotic respect. They go to one side or I go to one side, but you do notice their beauty and their wisdom and how they just kind of have learned to coexist in spite of our madness in terms of coming and building homes in their sanctuary. And so all of our neighbors, we all kind of just coexist. We don't try to feed them or anything. We just respect their space. Lots of times they'll be in like groups of 10 or whatever, but there's something really, for me anyway, very non-confrontation oriented, very relaxing to see them, because that is nature at its greatest. That is survival at its greatest, because so many of their relatives probably didn't survive for so many reasons because of, we eat turkeys and we built their turkey home and all of that. So it's kind of a nice marriage and a nice relationship with nature when you go on these nature walks. And you can do guided sessions with practitioners, or you can do a self-guided practice. I'm going to be doing some webinars on self-guided practices when it comes to forest bathing on the website, in the group that I have, and also integrated with wellness practices. You can do forest bathing and it can work well with meditation, yoga, and overall mindfulness. So it's a holistic approach. of well-being. And there's a Japanese enunciation that I know I'm going to say wrong, but maybe you can correct me, Robin. It's Shinrin Yoku. Is that right?
Probably. I don't know.
But
Right?
that's what they call in Japan is Shinrin Yoku is what it's called. And there are Shinrin Yoku practitioners that you can hire to show you how to leverage your experience when it comes to being in the forest. And the last one I want to talk about is something that I am working on getting a certification in chromotherapy. And that's a holistic healing practice that utilizes color to help balance your energy and promote emotional and physical well-being. Like today, I have on orange, and there's a reason why I have on orange, because orange is a color for creativity, and I have a lot of graphics to create, and I'm in the creation mode right now with my website, with my clients that I'm meeting with today, my social media clients, and so I have to be creative. So I wearing orange to try to help facilitate creativity. That's why my couch back there is orange. I have a lot of orange in my background because I'm creating all the time. Color and energy centers or chakras, they respond to your body's energy. Okay, and these are the colors, and that what they are supposedly help you feel. Red, that's the root chakra, which is located at the spine, and red helps to stimulate vitality, physical energy, and grounding. Orange is linked to this sacral chakra, which is located in the lower abdomen. And orange is to, like I said, creativity, emotional balance, and passion. And there's yellow that is with the solar plexus, which is in the upper part of the abdomen. And yellow is believed to help promote confidence, clarity of thought, and personal power. And there's green, that's where your heart chakra is, and that's located in the center of the chest, right here actually. And green is thought to support healing, compassion, and balance in relationships. The color blue is the throat chakra, and blue is believed to enhance communication, self-expression, and inner truth. There's indigo, which is the third eye chakra, which is between the eyebrows. And indigo is thought to stimulate intuition, wisdom, and spiritual awareness. Indigo is kind of like a deep blue purple color. And violet, which is the crown chakra, and violet is believed to facilitate spiritual connection, higher consciousness, and divine inspiration. Um, what I'm learning to do is how to use the colors to bring out certain outcomes from a spiritual perspective, an emotional wellness perspective, and even a physical perspective. So you can do some of this through visual stimulation, color therapy, and actually looking at these colors and working with a practitioner. Sometimes you can wear the particular colors the practitioner tells you to wear to help you with some emotional well-being, or maybe to help something that's blocking you with your chakras. And you can also do color meditation. You can do color baths, which is really interesting, and that's soaking in water that has been infused with color light or using colored filters. Now, the benefits of color therapy, which has been proven scientifically, is that it can help to stimulate the body's natural healing process, enhance the immune function, and supports the overall physical health. It helps us with our energy alignment and our energy centers, which is something we don't talk a whole lot about in Western medicine, but it is a very real thing. We all have energies, and sometimes we get out of alignment. And if you're working with the right practitioner, you can help bring those things into alignment, and it helps you to be more balanced, and it promotes well-being, and it just makes life go easier when you're in alignment. It also enhances your well-being. Practitioners and recipients of color therapy often report feeling more energized, more centered, and more spiritually connected. I know that I do when I do that. So color therapy or chromotherapy is a non-invasive and gentle healing practice that utilizes the vibrational qualities of color to promote and enhance your overall mind, body, spirit wellness. That's it.
Very cool.
Wow. Between the forest bathing and the color um, therapy, I just like, wow, these are all things that I would love to try.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, because one of the things I'm going to be focusing on with the Vibe Wellness Woman membership is on these alternative modalities to help you to feel well in your mind, body, and spirit. Of course, we'll have the fitness person, the nutrition person, we'll have the life coach people on there too, but we're also going to have people who are experienced in these kind of modalities to share with you. We have something called the Vibe Wellness Wisdom workshops, and these are done, you can register on the site, and they're all done on Zoom, and you can actually ask the practitioner questions. They're not going to be lecturing you like a webinar. They're going to be talking to you about their practice, and then you get to ask questions, and we record them, and then we put them in a different part of the website for the members. It's open to everybody, so you can go and for free. It's open to everybody, but you can, if you're a new member, you can go back and look at it as well. And right now we have 9, I think, contributors to the Vibe Wellness Woman Network. I'm really excited about it. They all have different modalities. I think I'm going to be adding about 2 or 3 more. And also, our big launch is September 24th. And we are going to, but leading up to that, we're going to start with our webinars, and there's just going to be some activities we're going to be having leading up to this launch that I'm really excited about. It's a lot of work, but my dream is coming to fruition. I put the site in there for people to go ahead and try the 7-day trial, just to check it out, and hopefully you will like it. You get a lot for only $15, and that's going to be going up at the end of the year. Because I have, there's going to be so much information on there. It's really going to be a unique experience for women over 40, over 50, over 60 and beyond, who are looking for alternative ways to be well. Not that they don't still go to their doctor, not that they still don't take pharmaceuticals, but other things that they could do to help them to stay well in their mind, body, and spirit. That's non-invasive and that's natural and will just help you feel better in your skin. So that's the site, Vibe Wellness Woman, or you can do Vibe Wellness Woman Network.
Well, it gives us a place to go with other like-minded women, and you don't feel so alone when you've got a group of people that you could collaborate with. And I'm very excited about it, Lynnis. The whole idea of
click
it.
On those, click on those four lines there. The 4 red lines, that's how you can see, yeah, right there. And then click on our team. Okay, and there they are.
Very cool.
Dr. Jackie Black, she is a marriage expert and I meant to say relationship coach, and she works with women over 50 with their marriages or widowhood or whatever. She's been a widow 3 times, and she's also a psychologist, a licensed psychologist. She's retired, but now she works with marriages and with single women. Who else is there? Karen Fayweather. She is an expert in affirmations, and she'll be doing workshops on writing your own affirmations. She's called the Affirmation Whisperer. And who else do we have here? Deborah Michelle. She is a person who specializes in fitness for women over 50, and she especially specializes with working with people who may have never worked out in their life. They might be a little bit more on the obese side. So she's got a beautiful, beautiful spirit, and she's going to be all these ladies are doing webinars and doing courses. Pam Sherman, she is a wellness and strength training expert. She happens to be my trainer. She is phenomenal and so funny. She happens to live right down the street from me, but I met her on the internet, and she was on my show, and we're talking, and we finally figured out, wait a minute, where do you live? And she lives like 5 minutes away. So she's fantastic. All these women are from all over the world, by the way. Divi Maishia, she is talking about your sexuality and the importance of balancing your hormones through being more sensual. And she does some wonderful workshops. And some people say, I don't need that. But you know what? We need to balance our hormones. And we may not always have partners to do that. And so she talks about how to do that. Dee Davidson, she is a phenomenal nutritionist. She's going to be talking about nutrition, and she's also a hormone expert. She's a wellness coach, and she's fantastic. I think she's in Colorado. They're all over the United States. Who's next? And Dr. Jackie's in Columbia. Oh, Dr. Lakeisha. She is an MD, and she's an integrative OBGYN, and she has a brand called Hormone Hotties. So she'll be talking about all things having to do with hormones. And she has this recipe for balancing your hormones that has really helped me quite a bit. So she's awesome. So you definitely want to check her out. I'm going to be adding her event today. And Mary Fran Batempo, she's our laughter expert. She's a award-winning TEDx expert, and she just has, she's kind of like today's Irma Bombeck. Do you remember her, Irma Bombeck? She was a humorist. Mary Fran is a humorist with a wellness slant, so I just love her. She's a great friend. And who else? Oh, Nurse Blue. She is a nurse, but she's also a musicologist and an expert in frequencies. And she does a lot with music and raising your vibration. So as you can see, we have a very diverse group of people, very diverse topics that you're not going to find on every wellness site. And as I look at them, I'm just so proud. I'm so proud that they're willing to work. And I actually know all these women. I have worked with all these women with collaborations. They've been my clients. I've been their client, so I know them very well. They're not just people I found in a phone book, and they bring with them a spirit of wanting to leading with service first, leading with service. So that's my team for now. I'm going to add some more later, but that's the team for now. We're going to get I think it's going to be an NLP expert, inner child healing, and a psychologist specializes in anxiety and depression for women over 50. I'm going to be adding her today. So
that's important too.
Yes.
They're all important.
Yes, they are. And they come from it from a non-traditional point of view. And it's not that I am anti-MD, because I'm not. I think it's important. But we just need to have a lot of tools in our toolkit, because women are complicated beings. We bring forth life. I mean, just that alone. And with that comes so many other kinds of things that happen with us from an energetic perspective, from a physical perspective, and from a spiritual and mental perspective. Very different than experience with men. Not to say that they are not complicated, but let's face it. We bring life. We carry life. So therefore, we got lots going on and we need help. So
you're interesting. I Googled forest bathing. And there's forest bathing in Elk Grove.
Yes, you could do it locally. Yes. Had you heard of that before, Robin? Forest bathing?
Yes. And I'm Japanese.
I know.
Well, actually, I had heard of forest bathing a long time ago, but no one has ever introduced it like this, Lynnis. So thank you for that.
You're quite welcome. Can you imagine doing Tai Chi in the forest?
Yeah, Tai Chi is another thing that I would actually really like to take up.
I have taken a class, but I don't know anything about it, but it's on my list of things to do. Really, it's on my list of things to do when I get 70. I really have this list of things. And I am pretty much on course. This membership site was definitely one of the things. I wanted to show you the events, but we're running out of time. I'll do that next time. But just go to the website and check out the events. Sign up for it. It's absolutely free. You don't have to sign up for the membership at all to go to these events. But I want to make sure that these wonderful women have people sitting there watching them and listening to them and asking questions. So I'll be promoting it. I'm going to start promoting it this week, because the first one's not until August 5th, I believe, which is me. I think I'm talking about energy during menopause.
And Lynnis, you are going to be back with us on August 8th.
Yay! Great.
So maybe we can go over the events on that show.
Yeah, I'll have more events listed and more practitioners. Yeah.
Because I actually could use a little tutorial.
Yes. And I'm what I'm going to do is I'm creating a private Facebook group for people who join the membership. And I'll be doing tutorials there'll be a tutorial in the private membership group. And we're also going to be meeting on a regular basis too. And that probably will start sometime in mid-August. But yeah. There will definitely be a tutorial. Yeah.
People can sign up for the membership group on your network.
Yes, they can just go to the website and sign up for a 7-day trial. But they can go to the website and click on events. And when you click on those red lines and click on more, and then go to events. And I'll put an event button on the front there, and then you can go ahead and sign up for the events. And it's absolutely free. It's called the Vibe Wellness Wisdom workshops.
Oh, cool. And then you're also going to do workshops.
Yeah, those are the workshops. So the events are the workshops. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Those are the workshops. And there'll be other things under events too. There'll be some in-person events, and we're going to be doing some meetups that will probably come in October. So
Nice.
yeah, for people who are local. So it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming along.
It really
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is a labor of love, as you know.
Tachi from Indie Soup Network.
Yes.
And just thank her for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so, wow, I am just so excited for you. I learned a lot today.
Yeah.
And my heart opened up to a lot of new things. I love the idea of doing Tai Chi in the forest.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, in such a close location as Elk Grove, really? That's really, for us who know where Elk Grove is, that is really in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
So,
it is. It is. I know they have. I wouldn't be surprised if they had something in Southland Park somewhere. Where did you find that?
Makes
you
sense.
Googled it and you just found it?
I just Googled forest bathing near me.
Wow, good for you. I know. As my husband would say, Google that.
Yeah, exactly. Google that. Exactly.
Okay.
Ladies,
well,
I just want to thank you. It is always a blessing every time you come. Excuse me. Every time you come, Lynnis, we always learn something, and my heart is always open to something new.
Yes.
The other thing is, I want to apologize for not getting to signing up. I will sign up. I do plan to be a member, so you can look forward to that.
No problem. I know everybody's coming. You really put it on my radar. My list has changed. I'm going to make sure I'm going to do a tutorial on the site. I'm going to do that.
So we can navigate it. Yes.
Yeah, because the navigation is really pretty easy, but you just need to know where to go initially, and then you'll be fine. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I tried to make it as easy as possible. There's some things that the menu isn't seen right away, but that's because of how I designed the site, and I had to kind of give up that visibility. But all you have to do is click on those red dots, and so I'll do that.
Yeah. And most people know what the hamburger menu is for, but people, if ever you're looking for something, just click on those 3 lines. They're called a hamburger menu, and the menu will drop down, and you can.
Most people do. Most people do, or they start clicking, and then something opens up.
Exactly.
But I'm going to try. But I need to put. I haven't done my greeting yet, really. So I'm going to put the greeting, and on that greeting will also be the site. The navigation.
Fantastic.
So thank you for that reminder, Robin.
You're welcome. And also, we want to remind everybody that you can find Lynnis on her link tree, and we will put this also in the chat so that you'll be able to connect with her.
Fantastic.
We want to remind you that it's okay to make money in your business, people. So don't forget to go to the front of your own line. You need to connect, share, and grow. So if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, you can simply text Biz to 33777, and we would love for you to become a part of our community so we can share with people how it is that you grow in your business and what it is you do and how you serve. You can also connect with BizChicks at bizchicks.net, and we would love to have you become a part of our community. Here you go.
Absolutely. And next week, come and join us with, we'll have Maureen Stevenson with us next week. So that'll be exciting to see Maureen.
We love Maureen. Maureen is our health and fitness person.
Yes.
And she's also a cancer survivor. We love Maureen. She is always so empathetic. She is also all about clothing, wearing clothing to express yourself in a way that makes you smile and makes others smile also. Yes. With that, we want to remind you, hey, Robin, we love you. We appreciate what you do. Your guests are always so profound. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
With that, we want to remind you that tomorrow we'll be talking tech in easy to understand terms. So come on over with the Tech Divas and enjoy. Have a great day, everyone. We love you. Bye-bye.